Hey everyone, this is Dr. Boffa, here to provide just a little bit of commentary for this Kate and I training video.
Everyone loves it.
That's so cool.
That's a laser.
Pretty sweet shoes. This is Theo.
Oh boy. Pretty good for a little puppy, huh?
He's great. Yeah, you're doing great.
So you may notice Theo had a little vest on. He's got a GoPro on, because unfortunately Gregor couldn't be with me for this shoot. Didn't have a second camera person, and people think that, you know, training videos, you could train a monkey to do it, which is not at all true. But a German Shepherd, we think, might be a possibility. So we put a little vest on him, put a little GoPro in the vest, and he served as Gregor Winter for this shoot. I went out to just film some normal training of Kate and I, as well as hang out with her a little bit, hang out with the puppy, get some just background on her and her current training. This training is a little different from what you normally see in terms of like a training hall video, because those are generally at a world championships. People are going up to near maxes, and that's obviously not what people are doing day in, day out. So this shows Kate about a week out from when she left for Argentina. She has a competition in Argentina coming up early December. And she's not going for crazy numbers there. I think the goal was just, she thought at least, the goal was just to do about 230, 235 or so, just to solidify her standing for Tokyo 2020 and make it so that, you know, going into the final phase of qualification, she doesn't need to do anything crazy. So here today, this training that I'm showing you right now was primarily clean and jerk. She had several singles at 120. Here's Theo coming up. He was really well behaved for the majority of the shoot. Didn't get a lot of amazing footage, unfortunately, but it was his first training session as a camera dog. And it was honestly not too much worse than what Gregor usually gets. There were fewer shots of the floor, if I'm honest. So again, I don't want to commentate through the whole thing, but I just will say that what you're seeing in this training video is basically every lift, every set. There might have been one or two sets that I missed, and I abbreviated the warm-up just a tiny bit, but Kate got in, she got to work, and that was it. She took adequate rest in between sets, certainly, but she mentioned that in training and in competition, if I recall correctly, the warm-up is pretty quick. So you saw she went 65, 85, 100, and then she's getting near her top sets. It's her final rep at 120.
I think that might have been the best one.
I think so too. So it's cool to see an athlete, a top athlete, world champion, junior world record holder, just doing the kind of day-to-day grind training that really makes up the majority of what athletes are going to do. So she did her clean and jerks, and then she moved on. She had some doubles and the power snatch, which she said are maybe her second favorite exercise. She at one point mentioned that heavy snatches, she really enjoys heavy snatches. And the next day's training was actually some heavy singles up to 100, which she felt was a nice weight because it was a weight she was consistent at, but she had to, a weight you got to get serious for. But she said power snatches really likes too, because you can just be sort of snappy and explosive, and you'll see that here. So again, she goes through a couple sets with the bar, stretching out, getting loose, but not a lot of messing around. Weight goes on, and she is ready. Small trip.
I'll cut that out.
You don't have to cut anything out. Show my true self.
She had a great attitude the entire training session. Very positive, serious, but able to joke around as well. Gave some attention to Theo. So again, moving up very quickly through the weights. It's her husband in the back right in the black shirt. Noah, super nice guy. They were both really, really accommodating for my visit. Here are her top weights, 80 for several doubles.
Good hook.
Like, I go like this, and then I'll like curl under like that to get as much thumb as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just kind of do like a whole like that. But it helps me get my thumb like a little bit more, in there. It definitely gives me a better grip, I've noticed.
So Kate pointed out that she has pretty small hands and pretty small thumbs for an Olympic weightlifter. She has snatched 112 with those hands. So those of you worried about hands or grip or complaining, maybe take note her technique here. Wrapping the thumb under, curling under. Squats were next. So we're at Motor City Barbell. Very nice place to train. Great little Olympic lifting setup. For most of the time, Kate is training on her own. She will see her coach. It sounds like maybe a couple times a week at most. He is 30 or so minutes away. The goal here was going up to an RPE 8 for a triple. Here's the top set.
Okay. Come on. Nice. Easy. Let's go. Whoosh. Nice.
That was perfect. For an RPE8, not perfect form. Front squat triples suck.
Yes, they do. You just say front squats suck. Then she had a couple down sets.
Boy.
Hi, Boffa. Hi, Boffa.
Theo at this point had quit being camera person, camera dog.
He loves me. Yeah. As he starts crying.
And then capping off the workout were some snatch grip push presses. So that was and she'll do a few sets. I think the goal was working up for a few sets of 4. But what you see is the entirety of the workout. And it's important to note a few things, right? One, this is just one training session. The next day's training was sort of similar in that, there was just a main movement, the snatch, then she had some other stuff built around that. But it's really straightforward stuff. And again, this is going to vary based on where an athlete is in their career, time of year, and whatnot. But in seeing a few national and international level athletes and their trainings, a lot of it, the majority, is built around basic, straightforward stuff. The lifts, the accessories, and maybe something to work on weaknesses. But it's squats, it's classic lifts, it's some sort of pressing maybe, and not much else aside from, accessory work and whatnot. Which is not to say there's not a place for some of the sillier exercises we see sometimes, and I mean sillier with affection. But in general, as a top athlete, once you've dialed in a lot of the basics, it's just redoing and refining and repeating, basically. Putting the work in like Kate does here, and that's it.